Cool. So we're back. Welcome back to the fourth episode of the Sip and Smoke podcast. And you'll probably notice that we have a third person today.
We do, our first guest episode.
Second Billy, though.
Yeah, this is the second one. This is where it gets confusing.
Oh, number one.
I'm not sure.
Well, in my eyes, you're both number one, all right?
Sad. I appreciate it.
You drew just like Scotland drew with Switzerland.
Let's not start that too early.
Okay, cool. Anyway, so we have Billie Girl joining us today. I love how I say Billie Girl.
Yeah, that's just the natural sort of way to differentiate though, right? It's Billy Boy and Billy Girl.
Exactly.
If not, everyone just gets fully confused.
So you're Billy with a Y and then you're Billy with an IE.
Yeah.
It's just to be a little bit less confusing for people. But
I mean, people get confused anyway. But
they do. That's true.
We run with it.
Yeah, that's very true.
I do most of his work because,
Yeah, exactly. And then I just take the praise. That's how it works. That's the dynamic we've got going on right now.
Exactly. Cool. So what are we smoking today?
Do you want me to start?
Mm-hmm.
So I have the Camacho Ecuador Robusto. So this one comes in at 5 inches long with a ring gauge of 50. The wrapper is Ecuadorian and Mexican. The binder is Brazilian and the filler is made up of Nicaraguan, Mexican and Honduran tobacco. I have smoked a couple of these previously, so I kind of know what to expect, but obviously every sort of experience changes as and when. So we'll see what it brings this time. What are you smoking?
So I have got the Aladino Classic Toro. This is a beautiful cigar. So this one is a Toro. It comes in at 6 inches long with 50 ring gauge. This one is a Honduran Puro, and I'm really excited to get into it. But
have you had that before?
I have had this before. I had the Robusto.
Oh, okay.
So a little bit different, but
Longer format.
yeah, exactly.
Same blend.
But Billie, what do you have?
I have a Regis Serie Limitada Petite Royales. It's a 4x40 and it is a Peruvian Puro. Really emphasise that.
We have a bit of a starter going on there, so
I believe this is your second ever cigar, right?
Yes.
So how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I'm excited to get into it.
Did you enjoy your first cigar?
Yeah, I did. Surprisingly, I did. Yeah.
It's very different. It's kind of one of the things you have to kind of get used to with the holding in your mouth and things like that. But again, you've got quite a mild, easygoing cigar, so I think it'll be a good suitable cigar for you today.
100%. They're beautifully smooth as well.
100%. That'll be good.
Yeah, cool. Can we have the cutter, please?
Yeah. Sorry, I just jumped ahead and not waited for anyone else.
So, are you comfortable with cutting your cigar, or do you need some help? It's quite a simple cutter to use.
Okay.
So, the only thing is, it's quite a big cutter for the.
It is quite a big cutter, yeah. So essentially, on the cigar, you'll see some caps at the top on the head of the cigar.
He's refreshed in his memory from his training session the other day.
That's true. So you'll see the caps. You never want to cut below the bottom cap. Okay, so you want to cut in between that area. Okay. So, are you comfortable with that?
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
Yeah. The good thing about these cutters, the Calibri SV cut, is that it catches the tobacco. So that's a V cut. So I don't know if that'll be too deep for you.
Yeah, I think it might. You might want to go straight cut with that one.
Oh, okay.
So
Change it. Oh, this way.
Yeah, same thing.
Oh,
so
okay.
So as I said, you've got the straight cut on one side and the V cut on the other side.
So,
great cut.
lovely.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
Nice.
Good.
And then you just simply bang.
Ah, handy.
Beautiful.
Exactly. We also have a pairing, Lewis. Do you want to talk a little bit about what we've got in front of us?
Of course. So we have the Glenmorangie 10-year-old original. So it's produced by marrying the delicate spirit that emerges from Scotland's tallest stills, with first and second fill American white oak casks. So I'm not really sure what to expect from this, but I do know that it's won a bunch of like gold and silver medals. So I think it's going to be really good. It's quite a light colour.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's going to be quite fruity. I've had a little bit of a read up online. So it's quite floral, quite fruity, so it should pair up quite nicely, especially with your cigar. Yours is quite creamy and things like that, so mild, not too much going on. They shouldn't overpower each other. It should work pretty well.
Exactly, yeah.
That's the hoping, anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
If we're wrong, then we've done our job wrong. But yeah, right, do you want to Like?
Yeah.
Just like that. So do
Okay.
you remember how to light? So you,
Angled.
yeah, like
and
45-degree angle.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you want to get like just
the tip of the flame.
The tip of the flame.
Use your and then
Yeah, so I'll show you as I do it.
I was going to ask you a question as well, Lewis, because I know Usman does it, right? Do you ever light your cigar before you cut?
No.
See, I don't know,
I've thought about it.
but I don't get it. Do you know what I mean? I don't get it. I suppose it's personal preference, but
Keep going.
yeah, a lot more.
Oh,
Yeah,
takes
I
more
don't-
than you
I don't
think.
really understand that. I don't
So
know
at the
why.
minute, all you're doing is toasting the end of the cigar to try and keep it evenly burnt. So if you look, when you take it away, if you blow on the end, you'll see that only part of it's glowing orange.
Only that
You
half.
want all of the black bits to disappear, basically, so then you get a nice even burn across the two.
So as you can see, I'm kind of twisting the cigar around in my fingers as I burn it.
You know, straight off the bat, this is full of flavour.
Is it?
Yeah. We're very earthy. This is kind of one of those cigars that I go back to quite often. As I said, I've smoked a few in my past. It's medium strength, so it gives you a little bit of body as well, but the flavours marry up really, really nicely. Quite earthy, from what I remember. And it's kind of that straight off the bat at the minute. It's that earthiness. Quite dry, if that makes sense.
Am I about
Yeah.
Yeah. So then,
there? Yeah.
Perfect.
away.
Oh, okay. Get started.
I did find with the Camacho, it's a very savoury cigar. I thought it was very like salty and a bit meaty.
I can see what you mean with the salt,
Yeah,
but it's very subtle. It's not like
it's nice though. It's very nice.
It is good. As I say, yeah, to be fair, Camacho, you can't really go wrong too much. I'm not overly keen on the Connecticut, but I think that's just down to personal preference, to be honest. I'm not massively keen on that many Connecticut cigars as it goes. But yeah, I mean, I suppose we can get on to what we've been up to.
Yeah, I
Not
mean,
really too much going on compared to last time.
not really, but we've done something a little bit different at work recently, haven't we? Obviously,
Yeah.
the Euros have been going on.
Yeah.
Now, you probably
You had been
know
dying
the
for
Euros
this
more than we
conversation.
do. But shall we say what teams we got? Because we did a sweepstake,
Yeah, we
didn't
did
we?
a sweepstake, weren't it? So everyone obviously all the teams got put into a hat, and then we all put in and got our team. What did I get? I got Spain.
You got Spain.
I got Spain. So it's not the worst. I think that's a decent chance. I don't
I
think
think
we're
it's
going
a
to win it.
pretty good team to get in a sweepstake.
Yeah, but in terms of who's going to be out and out winner of the tournaments, Spain don't strike me as a team that are going to win it.
No?
Oh, bashing your own team. Look
Yeah,
at that.
unfortunately. I mean, overall, I kind of want England to win over everyone. But for the sake of the sweepstake, I need Spain to be in and around it, you know?
Yeah.
But we didn't get off to a great start, did we? Well, you did.
Ugh.
We,
I knew this was going to... You picked me as a guest just for this.
100%, yeah. Well, you got Croatia, right?
Yes.
And obviously, Spain's first game was Spain and Croatia. And we've had a little bit of a competition going, haven't we, obviously, and a little bit of friendly rivalry in the office. Luckily, Spain come out on top and beat Croatia in the first game. So I'm off to a win tonight. I'm off to a great one.
Croatia played someone, was it yesterday?
Yeah.
Who-
No. Croatia play.
They play
drew with
Italy
someone,
on Monday.
Oh, was it
but-
Monday, was it?
No, they play Italy this Monday, but
Oh, okay.
they did draw with someone, didn't they? I swear.
I thought
I mean,
No,
we
because
did.
earlier we had this conversation and you were looking at the qualifiers. You weren't looking at the actual
Oh,
tournament.
that explains
See what
it.
happened?
That explains
She
it.
went, oh yeah, and then Steph was like, I want to see if my team are in the qualifiers. Well, Steph, your team are in the actual tournament, so obviously they're in the qualifiers. And she just was like, yeah, but I just need to know.
I just need to know. Did they make it?
I mean, her team smashed my team.
Well, yeah, but she's got three.
She has got 3 teams.
Why has she got
Yeah.
3 teams?
Because she decided she wanted
yeah.
Germany really badly, so she kept picking until she got Germany.
Brilliant.
But Germany ended up coming out last, so she had to pick 3 teams.
All right, I see.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Exactly.
I got Scotland, didn't I?
Yeah.
So that was a fun game.
Yeah, I think you're gonna
We
do.
got absolutely
She
obliterated.
didn't boast that much though, did she?
No, she didn't.
I
I don't
don't.
even think she was aware the game was playing. But yeah, it's football season. I love it. It's so much better as well when international tournaments happen. They only come around every 2 years, but Euros, World Cup, the Premier League, and all normal football finishes. And normally there's a massive break, and you've got nothing to put on the TV.
Yeah.
As soon as England comes around, it's like, yeah, everyone's on board. Love it.
I think the thing with me is, right, Football. I like football. I love playing football. I can't get on with watching it. But when something comes along like the Euros or the World Cup, everyone comes together, and it's like such a nice feeling. I remember the last World Cup that we had. I think we were playing in the semi-finals. I can't remember who we were playing. I was at a charity boxing event, and everyone was watching the game beforehand, and England won before we watched the boxing event. It was such a good feeling. It was
Yeah,
so
good
cool.
atmosphere.
You on about the last Euros?
No,
Must
this
be
was the
gonna be
World
the
Cup.
one.
This was years ago. This was quite a while ago.
We haven't been in the final for a few years. Since like, I swear it's like 1990s that we were in the final.
Semi-final?
Probably before
Yeah,
that. So
was
if
it
you
not?
won the semi-final, you'd be in the final. We haven't done that for years.
I'm not sure, but
The Euros,
I'm pretty sure it was the World Cup though.
the
This-
Euros when we lost 1-0 to Italy in the final. And Saka got
When was that though?
absolutely
What year
obliterated.
was that?
It would have been the last one, so what's 4 years ago from today? 2020. Euros 2020. And we lost the final on penalties because we scored really early.
I feel like it was before that, but I don't know. Either way, right. Either way,
The date doesn't matter.
either way, England won, and it was such a good feeling. Everyone was so happy. We watched the boxing event. It was such a good night. Like it just brings everyone together and harmonises. You know.
Are you big into football? Are you following this, or are you just in it for the
For the
Croatians.
sweepstake.
sweepstake?
No, I must admit, if England does get further in, I do enjoy it. I enjoy, like you said, the atmosphere. Everyone's in a good mood. It kind of brings everyone together. But other than that,
As soon as
it's
we
not
lose,
really
there
my
was
thing.
absolute chaos.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no.
It is.
But yeah, it's a weird one. I think, to be fair, the office isn't massively football forward, is it?
No, it isn't.
No, I think it's
There
you,
isn't very
Liam,
many.
and Chris. are the
Chris
biggest.
doesn't follow football.
Ben.
You've
Ben
got
loves
Ben,
football.
Kieran, me, and Liam,
Jeanette's interested
and Jeanette.
as well,
I forget. But,
Mm.
yeah. But there's not that many people that really care too much
No.
or follow it too much.
If they said, oh, we're planning a footy game this Saturday or something, I'd be like, well up for that. I love
I'd be
it.
less inclined to play.
Nah, I doubt that.
100%. I'd play for about 5 minutes and feel sick because I can't run more than that. I'm no longer fit. And,
Rather a crossbar challenge then.
Oh yeah, I'll
Love
do
a
that.
good crossbar
Yeah, I'll be
challenge.
alright with that. That'll be too.
Heads
That
and
wouldn't be too
volleys.
bad. Speaking of sport, I've taken up a new one.
What's that?
Golf.
Golf. Yeah.
For the last month or so, I have been big into golf. Love it. Don't know why. I just like the idea that the competitive side of it is literally you against you.
Yeah.
So I haven't
That's
got to
true.
try and compete against anyone else. It's literally constantly like better yourself, or there's no point. And it's hooked me big time. I don't know why, but I honestly just can't stop playing.
That's
I play
good.
on
That's good.
PlayStation.
It's good fun.
On
Yeah.
PlayStation as
Yeah,
well.
I've got PGA on PlayStation. I play
man.
around about
That's so
it.
nerdy.
that-
That's actually a nerdy thing.
I'll play golf on there. But the funny thing is, I've never had like a lesson or anything, but because I've watched loads of YouTube videos and stuff of other people playing, I've just
You're
picked it
now
up.
pro.
So now, like, I can actually play the game, and I used to play as a kid, but it's kind of like, yeah, I don't know, it's just really hooked me, and it's kind of good because golf course, cigar, perfect opportunity,
Yeah,
especially like this weekend.
They
I'm
pair
planning on
well.
playing.
Yeah.
I'm planning on doing 18 holes again. So it's like 3-4 hours walking around.
It's got a long time, isn't it?
A couple of
So-
cigars.
You know what you need?
What's that?
Davidoff Clubhouse.
Master Edition Clubhouse. Yeah,
Great cigar, beautiful cigar.
I'll have to pick one up. I could take
Have you
my
not got
Royal
one in the
release.
humidor?
No,
No.
I'll
Okay.
take the Royal release. The Samurai. That'll
Not
take
about to
that.
focus though. You need like a good time to focus on it.
Yeah. No, I'll probably just take a selection. I'll see, but yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Very, very minor at the minute. I'm going to try and get up to a point and then maybe get some lessons or something, but we'll see where it takes us.
Yeah. Did you start off in the driving range or did you just jump straight into playing?
Well, as I say, I used to play a lot when I was a kid, but I've only ever done like 9-hole par threes. I've never actually played 18 holes until like
Yeah.
3 weeks ago. Went to the driving range for 2 weeks before that on like a Sunday and a Saturday or whatever. And I thought, why not? We'll just go and get it. By that point, I didn't have any clubs, so I borrowed clubs, and then did 18 holes. Went to the driving range again, and I was like, alright, do you know what? I'm going to pick some up. So I went and bought some off Marketplace. Cheap, to be fair.
Yeah. How
And
much?
I think I ended up spending, including, because I bought some balls as well, I think I spent like 115 quid. And I got a full set of golf clubs and like 40 odd balls.
Yeah.
So pretty cheap, and considering like you can buy a driver for like £1,500. It's mental.
That is a lot of money. Yeah.
It's a rich sport though, golf.
Yeah.
Like everyone's just mega rich.
I found I'm weirdly talented at golf.
Yeah. Come down the driving range.
Crazy golf.
Oh. You're just good at putting on flat surfaces.
Well, to be fair, when I do play golf, I love going to the driving range, but I don't just whack the balls. I like to get it in the nets, see if I can be accurate.
20 yards away.
Yeah, but
He's
I
just
like,
putting it.
yeah, but I like that because
Putting off the tee.
no, because I use I think sometimes because I ain't got a clue what clubs to use for what. But when I usually go, I'll take the 9 iron.
Okay, so 9 iron doesn't go very far.
No. So
like
I'll use that,
yards,
and I'll just try and be as accurate as I can.
Yeah.
And I think that's really fun.
Yeah.
Really like that.
Yeah.
That's how you know you've gotten older.
Do you go to like a house then? I agree, because it's such a chilled out sport, isn't it?
Well, I
Until
used to
something goes
whack the
wrong.
balls, and now I find if I do that, I pull my back out.
Oh yeah, you're getting on. You're getting on now.
Yeah, to be fair, you do ache after that.
Yeah.
Like I was especially doing 18, because we couldn't get a buggy, or I couldn't get a buggy because it was like twilight hours, so I had to walk for 4 hours.
That's disgraceful.
I don't know. I should have got a buggy, but by the end of it, I woke up the next day. My legs were numb. My back was shot. It was horrible.
There's no hope if you're feeling it.
No. I told you, everyone thinks I'm really like young and fit, and I'm completely opposite. I'm not even years old inside this body.
So, do you play any sports, Billy? Girl? I didn't know if you guys were
You
getting
just asked me. No, but I do enjoy the gym when I can be bothered to go. So
yeah. Did you go this morning?
Yes, I did. Did you, Lewis?
There's a whole few going on people going to the gym right now. So
No, I did.
Oh, so you finally admit you didn't?
Well, I can't lie on camera, can I?
Yeah, true.
But no, to be fair, I went on Tuesday.
Nice. Are you actually joining our gym or not?
No. Don't tell them that.
Oh, I won't.
oh yeah, they're not going to watch this
But
back.
that's fine. They won't.
Yeah, they'll watch it back.
How committed are we to the thing though? So
Yeah,
when
I
he said
know.
about his thing, I messed up the date. So
Yeah, I know. So when I said
25:06, I
Yeah.
meant to put 25:07, but I was like,
You're going to have to explain this to them because they're not going to have a clue what you're on about right now.
So we all basically go to the same gym, the majority of us in the office, and Lewis goes to a different one. So Lewis came out today and was like, what gym do you go to? And I didn't have a clue what he was going to do, why he was asking, whatever. So I sat down, and then he went, actually, no, just message me the answer. I was like, right, okay. So I messaged him the answer, and all of a sudden he goes, yeah, so I'm thinking about changing gym. I went, where's this going? And so he starts doing it, and everyone started to sort of conversate with him and whatever. And he goes, yeah, blah, 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 and the doors are pin operated, right, or like QR code. So everyone was like, okay, what's your pin? So I thought with that, I'll message you basically what the pin would be. So I messaged him on Skype, but I got his birthday wrong and gave him the wrong month. And
yeah, I was like, oh, wait. Your code is the 25th of June, is it?
I was like, oh no. But then, to be fair, I was quite quick. I went, they've messed it up, but don't worry, they've messed mine up as well, because we had that conversation a few hours before.
Argument.
I had to come back and be like, because everyone was like, oh, you're such a liar. I had to come back and be like, I must have put the wrong date in. Are you sure they do it by birth?
I think we had you at that point, to be fair.
Yeah, you definitely did, but I just love playing up to it.
We kind of do that a lot, don't we? Between us two, just kind of wind everybody up in the office.
Yeah.
Makes the days go quick.
It is good fun.
Yeah. Light-hearted, a bit of fun.
Yeah. Gym's just really good. Like, it's great for mental health, physical health, you know. And
yeah, definitely. It is the worst when you can't be bothered, though. But once you've dragged your butt there and you go, it's so much better.
There was a phase where I used to go to a different gym, and it used to get so busy to the point where you couldn't get a parking space. And there was one night when I went after work, and I managed to get in one parking space, and the rest were full. And I sat there I swear to God, it was like 10, 15 minutes, and I decided not to go in. Because I'm not going to get on anything. There's no point in even trying.
We've all been there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I gave up my membership after that. But the gym I go to now is called Top Body. I really like it there. You know, I think the environment's really good because a lot of people get intimidated when they think about joining up for a gym or when they first start going, but in reality, everyone's looking at themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
And everyone starts from the same point. It's not like everyone's looking at you going, guys, you're so skinny, or they're so big. Like, it's not like
it's
that.
Not that at all,
there's no judgment. It's like they're in the gym. Everyone's trying to reach the same goal.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I really like about it. You can go up to a random person and say, hey, would you mind spotting me on this? And they'll probably do it.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a nice environment.
I feel like
whether they'll do it well, though, is a different matter.
When you get a spot and you're like, oh my god, they grab the bar as soon as a little bit of struggle, like,
I've got this.
It's annoying. But you can kind of say that about most gyms, which I think is kind of a common misconception. Everyone thinks that gyms are really intimidating, people are there going to judge you and things like that. Across the board, 9 times out of 10, you go into any gym and everyone knows you're there for the same reason. Everyone's on the same path, you know. It's one of them weird things, but I think we mentioned it on the last podcast. I think it's your headspace and your mental space which will basically stop you from doing the majority of things that you can achieve or you can do. Yeah. If your head's there, you'll do it. If it's not, you need to get it there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
It's a difficult one to kind of hurdle. That's the biggest hurdle, I think, especially.
It is very difficult, isn't it? But it's so worth it once you start going. You know, especially because when you first start going, you don't see any physical changes really for the first few weeks probably.
Yeah,
once you start seeing those changes, you're like, oh my god, this is actually happening. Like, this is actually achievable. That then pushes you to keep going.
Yeah.
But if you have that week off, you lose it.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
Yeah, you definitely do.
And I find
recently.
Yeah.
With the 2 months off and I lost 10 kilos.
Two months
you did,
off.
but to be fair, you were going in really heavy with it.
Yeah, you were.
So you had that personal.
Yeah, so I was eating 4,000 calories a day, making sure I had to hit 160 grams of protein every day, a certain amount of carbs, which is like 400 grams, fats keeping them at a certain point. And to be fair, like the progress that I made in that kind of 6 to 8 months that I did was absolutely mental. But it just hit the point where it's like an absolute roadblock, where it's like, this is too much now. And it was hard to maintain that same thing. It was really unrealistic.
Yeah.
So I thought, screw it, I'm going to take 2 months off. I didn't originally say I was going to take 2 months off. I thought, I'll take a few weeks off and then I'll go back. I just never did. But we're back now. So
We're back, baby.
The motivation is there again. So hopefully we'll start to build back up. But
yeah, it's bad when I'm going more than you.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to have to get the app out and see, start comparing. We'll put a bet on and see you instead.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But, I mean, should we get on to a little bit about the guest?
Of course. So obviously people have seen your face by now, they've heard your voice, but they don't know anything about you.
Wow.
So
I'm a mystery.
Exactly.
Sometimes that's better.
Yeah, let's keep it there.
That's all you need to know.
No, so would you like to tell people about who you are and what you do?
Yeah. I work at C.Gars.
No, what? I don't think you're the best.
And I predominantly do the listing of cigars when they go online.
You got...
So if anything is wrong in the list,
Yeah, I'm your gal.
that's the problem.
That's
the root of the issue.
Billie with a Y, remember?
We don't get that one mixed up.
Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, I do. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like seeing what's coming in. I'm quite nosy, so I like seeing what's coming in, what's new.
Every new cigar comes across either my desk or your desk first, right? So we kind of get the
We're the
inside
ones in the
knowledge.
know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Anything cigar related, they have to come speak to us, which is great.
Yeah.
How long have you been there now? It's like, what, 3 years maybe?
3 years this month, I think.
Is it?
Yeah. Or last month.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's gone quick, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goes quick when you're having fun.
3 years is crazy.
Yeah,
Do you know, I
that's
remember
actually
one of your first, I think it was your first week here.
Oh God, what are you gonna say?
No, I remember, so obviously I don't think I'd ever spoke to you at that point. And I think I was only here for a year and I hadn't struck up as many relationships with what we've got now. And I remember coming up and I got to the end of the door and I went to come in here to take some photos and stuff and you were in here. So I looked through the window and was like, nope.
I am so glad you did not come in.
I turned around and walked back downstairs. Like, I'm just going to leave it to
Good, yeah, good. Because I don't know why I was so nervous.
It's difficult going into a new place.
Yeah,
right?
it is.
But I think I went downstairs and I said to Amy, I was like, she's up there taking photos. I don't want to put any pressure on her. And I'm not great at speaking to people. Back then I kind of wasn't. So I was a bit like, I'm just going to leave it. I'll go up there after. I'll leave it to it.
It's your personality though. You kind of think, well, I'll bother if they bother. Like,
yeah,
do you know what I mean?
it's quite a toxic thing. I've got better at it though.
Yeah.
Like I've got better at putting myself out there a little bit more. I mean, I do the videos and stuff like that.
I think it's ever since we've done the videos together and the events as well.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, I think I quite like interacting with people. So if I see someone who's new, I'll like introduce myself and like ask them how they're getting on, sort of thing. Because that's what I did when Trisala first started. Like she was in here and I started speaking to her then. But yeah, I mean, you just kind of you ran off. And that's it.
I had no idea as well,
Yeah,
but
no,
you just
you
peeked
thought,
through.
Oh, good. I'm glad he's gone.
I had a few products in my hand. I was like, yeah, I need to take these photos. I came up, looked through the window. I was like,
No.
so I turned around, went back downstairs.
Do you know what's so weird as well? Not only that we have the same name and we're just accustomed to it, but like Billie J and Billie Ray. How weird is that?
And you both skipped the gym.
Weird. Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Have I gone out?
Potentially.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
But what you want to do, if you scrape the ash off
We'll just roll
as
it
much as
around.
you possibly can, is basically if you end up relighting old ash, you're going to get that ashy bitter taste. So you want to get as much of the old ash off as you can.
And then just relight again?
And then just relight the same as you were.
Okay.
And that should be absolutely fine.
Flaking.
I'm really enjoying this.
I was going to say, what are your thoughts so far?
It's so nice. I haven't really thought too much about the taster notes, but
I'm glad you said that because I forgot to do that as well.
it's really smooth. I'd say it's more so on the mature side of the taste kind of spectrum.
Or more. Yeah.
Should be okay.
Tap
If you
it.
puff it through, that should all kind of light up and everything anyway.
All good? Cool, perfect.
That's
Used
better.
to the fact you're not inhaling yet.
Yeah.
Did I say you retrohale earlier? by
It's
the way?
very odd, yeah.
Wait,
Did
what's
you
that?
blow out your nose?
Oh, maybe. I don't
I think I
know.
caught it at the side of my eye because I was going to comment, but then you was like,
Oh, okay. Is that
Take a
a...
step up.
Oh, okay. I know what I'm doing.
We'll talk a bit about that. We'll try and do it again in a little bit. But.
Going on to the tasting notes of this, I think it's more so on the mature side of things. So it's not really like a sweet cigar, but it's not a heavy, peppery cigar. It's quite earthy, quite nutty. I think maybe more so the texture of the smoke is a bit more creamy than anything. But it's just such an easygoing cigar, and I remember really loving this last time. So I was really glad that we picked this for the current for the Sip and Smoke subscription this month.
Are you? Because you thought up until about half an hour before we started filming that we was doing it.
I'm glad you called him out.
Well,
About half an hour before we started filming, Lewis goes, "Yeah, I can't wait to smoke the Caldwell Anastasia," and we was like, "That's not the right cigar." Somewhere along the line,
I had the wrong plan on my screen. That's why.
Yeah.
Because on the written document, it was the Caldwell. On the PowerPoint,
something like that.
Yeah.
But we had the same issue the other day. Did you hear about that?
No.
So we were like, "Oh yeah, we'll plan." We came up here and we planned all of the dates for when we're filming podcasts, when we're filming Cigar of the Month, everything. Wrote them all down. Went back down there and started looking at it again. Probably yesterday, Tuesday. Tuesday was it?
I think it was Tuesday.
And we was like, I'll just flip through my diary and I'll let you know what time we're filming. Absolutely nothing.
Oh yeah, I
It was
see you
not a
panic
single bit
flipping through
writing
the...
about any of it, was there?
No.
And we were like, how has that happened? So we've just done a plan and lost the whole
And just,
thing.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
honestly.
mean, to be honest, Chuckle Brothers doesn't
I was gonna
surprise
say,
me.
Between the two of us.
Yeah, but we both remember writing it down.
Yeah, because
So I'd written it down on my plans in my calendar. He's written it in his calendar, but they've just completely
That is
vanished.
strange.
Yeah.
That's why you need to use your calendar on the wall.
This is what I said to you. No, that's birthdays only.
Not even his own in there though, I hear.
We'll have a whole...
I don't even look at it.
Yeah.
It's just there for visuals for other people.
Yeah,
It's
true.
behind me, so I don't.
Yeah,
look
true.
at
We
it.
enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we didn't even get to see it. It's me on there currently, isn't it, like that?
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Golly.
It's just a calendar with pictures of me and Billie on it.
Yeah, basically, yeah. And to be fair, there's photos of me and you absolutely everywhere.
With this podcast taken off, you need to do that. Just sell a calendar of you two.
Oh yeah. Let us know if you'd be up for that. And we'll put together a photo shoot. With a cat.
Fireman
photo shoot.
calendar.
Strip pole.
Any requests, I'm happy.
But yeah, what are we up to in July? Because it's.
Well, I was going to ask you, you mentioned it was your birthday.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, but do you know who
25th?
else's birthday it is?
Whose?
Simon Bolivar's. Obviously, he's not alive now, but yeah, he was born 24th of July. Can't remember the year.
Day before you. Same year. Lewis was born in 1912.
Somewhere. Yeah, Simon Bolivar's birthday. So he liberated much of the South Americas from Spanish rule, and that's where the Bolivar brand comes from. Mm-hmm. Really great brand. I just thought that was worth mentioning. So it's really cool to share birth month with someone so awesome.
Nice. You got anything planned?
Yes.
You doing anything?
Yes. So my partner planned a trip to Harry Potter Studios,
nice.
Which I'm actually buzzing for.
Yeah, I'm excited for you.
Didn't you call me a nerd earlier about something?
What are you saying about Harry Potter?
Oh God. Maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Look, I don't mind being called a nerd, right? I'm a nerd. Like, I love Harry Potter.
Yeah,
like, I could watch it over and over.
Have you even seen a film?
I've seen all of them. I like Harry Potter. Me. But
Would you go to the studios?
Will you go with me?
It's never. Please, I've never really thought about it. Nothing like that really ever intrigues me yet enough for me to go. Do you know what? I'll pay some money to go see it. Because to be fair, I put a downer on most things, don't I, realistically? But I think it has to be something that really hooks me for me to kind of get involved. So I've not really thought about it.
That's fair. But I'm excited for it.
I'm excited for it.
It was like a surprise booking from my partner, and she knew that I really liked Harry Potter, and she loves Harry Potter too. And they've added more stuff since the last time I went. So I went when I think I was a young teenager the last time I went, but they've added the trains and the forest. And
do you know what you could do?
Some other stuff. What's that?
Buy some butterbeer. Can you get that?
Yeah, you can buy it there.
Yeah, but I mean, can you get like a takeaway? Like a
you get the thing to take.
We should do a pairing.
With butterbeer. Oh, I came on the wrong episode.
I'm pretty sure it's cream soda and something else because it tastes a lot like cream soda.
Yeah, I know, but don't ruin the magic.
Well,
I mean, it's definitely butterbeer, nothing else.
Is magic.
Well, it could be.
But yeah, I'm excited for the butterbeer. That's probably the one thing that I'm the most excited about. I don't know if that's sad, but
yeah.
So they've got the train. Were you saying they've got the train there?
They've got the train there now.
Do you actually go on the train, or is it in the?
Believe,
nice.
Yeah. Really looking forward to it. It's
anything from the trolley, dear?
Do that again. Really good.
Anything from the trolley, dear? Didn't they have like the chocolate frogs that turn into people?
They don't turn into people. But
they're like alive. Yeah, but they're on the card.
Yeah.
But the frogs are like.
But then when someone
frogs.
dies, they disappear, right? Or if they go missing.
He goes out of the picture. Yeah. And he's like, oh, where'd he go? And then Ron says, oh, he can't hang around all day.
Oh, because it's actually yeah.
Would you expect him to hang around all day? Something like that.
No, you can't.
It just reminds me of that video, just like, Ron, no! That's what kind of reminds me.
Ron, you can't!
What's the spell? Wingardium Leviosa.
No, it's Wingardium Leviosa.
Well, what have you got planned for July? Anything?
Nothing, but in August I do go on holiday, so I'm waiting for that. Mallorca.
Nice. Who with? Family or?
Yeah, family. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, my brother, he's 21, and he hasn't been since he was about 2, so that's going to be good. And it's all inclusive, so definitely gonna be enjoying that. 4.
4 star?
Yeah, 4 star.
4 star's good enough.
Yeah, it's good enough.
You put a 5th star on, you get absolutely nothing extra. You just get a massive bill.
They just have a spa.
My dad went to Cape Verde last week and he got food poisoning from the chicken. That was a 5-star restaurant.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll look forward to that.
So
then.
yeah, maybe don't eat chicken.
I'm not sure it is chicken, I'll be honest.
Maybe not.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Well.
That'd be nice though.
Yeah.
It's just nice to have a break sometimes, isn't it? Yeah.
I kind of want to go on holiday. I don't know where I want to go though.
Well, you mentioned about potentially Canada because your sister's moving there, right?
Potentially, yeah. I mean, it won't be for a couple of years, maybe. I don't really know what their plan is, but her other half has got family over there, like his auntie and like his cousins and stuff live there.
Yeah.
So it works a bit different. Well, same as moving to the States, right? You have to have like a sponsor, someone that can vouch for you. You have to have people, you know, financially stable and stuff like that to basically allow you into the country. So ideally, I think their plan is to potentially move out there, but they mentioned when they got back that Ash, which is his cousin, who came over here and I've met, basically invited me to go over there with them. So hopefully next year I'll have 2 weeks in Canada,
That's
which
cool.
is somewhere I've always wanted to go.
Canada looks like a dream. It really does.
Looks
Yeah,
amazing.
it looks
I've shown
amazing.
you photos and stuff. Like
Yeah.
the mountains and everything, so picturesque.
Yeah.
I've heard
And
that
you know
the
it looks
economy
like
is
that.
really good as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they've just got everything pretty much bang on.
Mm.
You know, but yeah, I can't really say the same for England.
Don't they have a natural honey or syrup that comes
Oh
out
yeah, the tree maple syrup.
of the... Yeah, maple syrup comes out of the
mm.
trees there.
Yeah.
Do you like maple syrup, right?
You should try that.
I don't know whether it's maple or golden that I like and don't like, because both of them are very different, aren't they?
Are they?
Yeah.
They're very different.
Yeah.
Isn't one
they are
more
quite
watery than the
Yeah,
other?
maple
One's
is
really
normally.
thick.
So,
Yeah, I think that's golden, and then maple
Yeah,
is more
maple's the
brown and runny.
Yeah.
I can't remember. One's like, it's going to sound stupid because they're both sweet, but one's like
Sweet.
sweeter. One's sweeter, and the other one's got like a, I can't remember.
I think
Ah.
maple syrup is sweeter.
Yeah, I would say it was sweeter.
What's the one you're likely to have over it? Golden?
No, we have both.
Yeah, we.
Yeah, I'm more likely to. Yeah, pancake with
probably-
golden syrup, don't you?
I think
Yeah.
What's the
maple
one you get from
syrup's better.
McDonald's?
That would
Oh,
That's
I
golden
don't actually
syrup, isn't
know.
that would be golden, I think,
Oh, I
because
just
it's
thought so,
quite
yeah.
thick.
That's about the only syrup I've ever tried, because I had
Oh,
pancake.
Oh,
okay.
you should try
Yeah,
it.
you need maple syrup. It's nice.
Honestly, maple
It's
syrup
way
is
nicer.
unbelievable.
Yeah, thinking about it, I'm not great with
You're not a
food.
foodie, are you?
Yeah,
Oh.
I mean, I like what I like.
Well,
Well,
I like, to be fair, I mean,
this brings us on to our next topic.
It'll become very apparent very shortly. But I'm not. I know what I like and I know what I don't like, and I'm very set in my way with food. But
Yeah, you are a. I haven't tried it, but I know I don't like it.
yeah.
And I feel like I'm very much the opposite. I don't know about you,
I'm
Lewis,
kind of
but
in the middle.
yeah.
It depends what it looks like for me.
Do you not also, like, I was trying to explain this the other day to someone, I can't remember who it was. I think it was in the office. And I said, well, if I buy something or try something and I'm not overly clean, I'd eat it, but I'm like, I'm not going to go and buy it. I will just naturally say I don't like it, because it's easier to say I don't like it than it is to say, yeah, I like it, but I wouldn't go
But I
and
would
get it.
pick, yeah, no, I do get
Do you
that,
know what I
because
mean?
I'll say that about caramel, sea solid caramel truffles. I don't not like them, but I just,
Brilliant.
like same as you, I just wouldn't pick them up. That's not what I would pick from
Yeah.
all of the lineup of.
Yeah, I think it's just easier, isn't it?
Mm.
And if you say, oh, I don't like it, and then the people are like, everyone's first question, everybody, have you even tried it?
Yeah, but knowing you probably haven't.
Yeah, probably not. There's many things. To be fair, olives, I can say that I've actually tried them now.
No,
and
that's not. Are you an olive lover? You look the kind.
See, here's where I agree with you. I
Olives
haven't
are
eaten one,
rough.
but I wouldn't eat one.
Yeah, don't waste
So-
time.
I tried it on the way over to the Dominican when I went to Madrid, and obviously he was there for the night. And Anthony was like, just try it. I was like, no. He was like, just try it. And everyone there, bearing in mind there was like 20 odd
Chanting.
people, and everyone sat on this big old long table, and they're all like, just try it. It's not going to kill you, just try it. And I went, oh, for God's sake. Pick one up, put it in my mouth. I was like, that is the worst. I didn't even like swallow it. I
Ugh.
couldn't. It was disgusting.
Grim.
To be fair though, at the last event that we had, olives got brought up, and I can't remember who said it. Someone said olives are one of those things that you hate, but once you have
It's an
like 7 or
acquired
8 at the same time, you start liking it.
Oh no, see, you don't like it if you've got to force yourself to like it. I
Yeah,
don't
people,
understand that.
People do say it, don't they? They're like, if you eat it enough, you'll start to like it.
Is it like one of those pretentious things though? Because if people put it in a
I'm
drink, they're
eating
like,
olives.
can I have an olive in my drink?
An olive.
An olive.
There's different types of olives as well. Like, apparently, because my sister was saying, if you get the right one, they
Then you
taste
might
sweeter
like it,
or they're
yeah.
better or something.
We got
Yeah,
green
that's
and
true.
black, right?
Yeah, but there's different types of green and different types of black. Am I
Yeah.
right?
You
I could
I don't
probably
like
are. I mean,
Let
yeah.
us know, because I could be making it completely up, to be perfectly honest. But
Anyway, talking of olives, it's not the same. But what do we think of the drink?
I actually haven't took a sip. I'm going to
Because
take
I really like it.
Glenmorangie 10.
It's got really nice sweetness to it. I think there's a bit of like oakiness in there as well.
Mm. It's fruity, oaky. It's kind of like lemon. You're not
Yeah,
getting that like a
I
citrusy
don't,
sort
I
of
don't
twang?
really get the. I don't get the lemon.
No?
No,
Maybe it's the cigar though. It brings out different flavours.
maybe. But it's beautiful.
It is very nice, really enjoyable. Quite smooth.
I
very
suppose
smooth.
these two are quite savoury cigars. The Camacho more so, but something like that with that sweetness just pairs like really well with it.
Mm.
Beautiful.
And you're not drinking yourself.
Also,
Not a big drinker.
I'm just going to mention you might want to take the bottom of your band off.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
start to burn.
starting to burn.
Mm-hmm.
Do that over here before I make them.
They really need to start making bands. That
How do you?
can
What,
burn
you just
through.
peel it away?
Yeah, just peel it. It should be a little a mark.
Doing this one.
So going back to the cigars, this is really, really enjoyable. As enjoyable as it has been every other time. Quite earthy. There's a slight bitterness. It's not overly bitter. Are you having a bit of a struggle? Would you like it help?
Yeah, please. The whole podcast is me just feeling that up.
I mean, some of the bands are really difficult. They take a while to.
This is why I always say one band on the cigar. Any more than that, and it's overkill.
See, I'm inclined to disagree though.
Yeah,
Because as I say, I think the presentation on certain, especially the Serie Limitadas, that goldness, I mention all the time. But
Sure, it's a beautiful looking cigar, but look,
absolutely.
if you look at the Aladino,
I was going to keep that.
if you look at the Aladino, right,
Thank you.
they could have made that into 2 bands, but that's 1 band.
Yeah.
They could have done the same with the Regis, but I don't know, that's just my personal opinion anyway.
You also don't like foot bands though, do you?
No.
I love a foot band.
It's just inconvenient.
Yeah. But in a humidor.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
Like presentable, looks nice.
I think, visually, like if you walk into the humidor and you see a load of foot bands, yeah, that looks nice. But I don't.
It's just effort, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just effort. You know?
You just want something. You just want debandage.
Billie, you should know how much of an effort it is.
Yeah, I mean, sure. Yeah, effort. It's effort, guys.
Some bands come off really easy. Some just pain in the ass. Like they're so hard to get off. But for the most part, it's okay. The worst is when the glue gets onto the actual wrapper of the cigar and it starts ripping it, and then you're like,
pulling away there.
That's annoying.
Oh, this is so good.
What's the construction like?
Construction's brilliant. The burn is a tiny bit wonky, but that's not really an issue because it's not going out at all. Don't need to relight it. The draw.
I feel with the amount of talking we're doing as well, because I've got the same sort of issue, but we're talking quite a lot in between draws, so it's going to probably.
I think I've gone out again.
Think you're going out?
so
We're just chatting, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I was enjoying
maybe
that.
what you want to do. So I don't know if Billie, you do this at all. I kind of take 2 draws at a time.
Yeah,
so I'll take one smaller one, then one longer one, and then hold it a little bit, and then let it out.
Oh, okay.
So then,
So one long one, and then a couple of littles. All right.
So if you take a few that just let them go, it will basically heat it up, and then that smoke will start coming through.
All right.
What do you think of it, though?
I really enjoy it. It surprised me how much I quite like a cigar.
Yeah.
I've always kind of been, oh no, not for me, not smoking, that kind of thing, not interested. But a cigar,
It's very different.
it's completely different. A completely different thing.
Yeah, we always say this in videos, but the scenario changes everything as well. So if you're out on a cold walk and it was raining, you're not going to enjoy the cigar.
On your own.
Yeah.
Exactly. Even if it's the same exact cigar, you're not going to enjoy it as much. But it's just the environment and the people, of course.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying this.
We're making this experience the best you can possibly. I'm going to ask you, I know this is a very limited experience in smoking cigars and enjoying cigars, but are you picking up any flavour notes or anything like that?
Yeah, see, that's another thing that surprised me about cigars. When I list them and I see the tasting notes, and I think, how are you tasting that? How?
Yeah.
But surprisingly, you do. Like, this is quite sweet and almost florally. So that does surprise me. I thought that wouldn't be the case.
I think that's quite a. For people that don't ever smoke cigars, they kind of hear us or hear everybody across the industry saying, "Oh, you get this flavour, you get this flavour." And they're like, no, you don't. You're smoking tobacco, which, to be fair, yeah, we're just burning tobacco. Like, it probably doesn't make sense, does it? And a lot of suppliers and kind of people around the industry may just say, look, I'm burning tobacco, I can taste tobacco.
Yeah.
But, as you say, you've got the sweetness. And then sort of what me and Lewis do and what we've learned across the years that we've been doing it, you kind of take that sweetness and can you compare that to anything you've tasted before, whether that be food, drink, anything like that, and you kind of marry it up. So when, we say, oh, you can taste vanilla ice cream or vanilla, it's not the same as taking a spoonful of vanilla ice cream.
Yeah.
It's kind of just that sweetness that you kind of compare to.
Relate it to. Yeah, there's different levels of sweet, isn't there?
Yeah.
So.
And your palate only brings out, and I always forget it, but it only brings like 5 different senses, like bitter, sweet, salt, and I always forget the other 2.
Dry.
Isn't it?
Yeah, dry is one of them as well.
No, there's flavours though, like
Oh, that's going to bust me.
spice, bitter, sweet, spice, salt, and there's one more, and I can't remember, but there's different parts of your palate that you'll taste them things on. So then, if you get a sensation in the front of your tongue, it's normally spice. If it's like down the sides, it's bitterness or things like that. So it's quite difficult. But if you feel it in them parts of your palate, you can then marry it up and say, okay, that's a bitterness. Okay, so is that bitterness a coffee, or is it like a cocoa, or is it, earthiness or anything like that? And then you kind of marry it all together and then get fancy, start saying creme brulee and things like that.
It does take a while to get to that point though, because when I first started smoking cigars, I was clueless, like really clueless. But it's because I was doing a training session with Kieran and Portia the other day, and I got them to smoke a Michelero. And I said to them at first, I was like,
good choice, by the way.
Oh, beautiful cigar, beautiful cigar. I said to them, what do you taste? And they couldn't figure it out. So Portia was like, all I get is sweetness. And then Kieran said, it's quite dry, quite dry. And then I went into the flavour profiles and the flavour wheel in more depth. And then I said, okay, now if we break it down into more categories, you can relate it to something that you've had. And once I did that, they then picked out different things. So Kieran picked out crackers, and Portia picked out chocolate. Yeah. And so it's just once you break that down, it opens your mind. But then again, you've got power of suggestion as well. Once you see those things, I had a chocolate bar next to me. Portia looked at it and said, I taste chocolate, but I don't know if that's because I'm looking at the chocolate. But even if it's just the power of suggestion, you're still thinking, you're still tasting that.
Exactly. You're still enjoying it through that taste. Exactly.
So it's really important to take into note what's around you, where you are, you know.
And as you say, obviously we bang on about it all the time, but what you've eaten, what you've drank, all of that stuff, it changes. And as you say, when you look at a cigar online, you have the tasting notes section, and you think, oh, okay, that sounds great. The problem with that is you may not always get exactly what you read. As you say, everyone's palate's different. Yeah. But speaking of sort of food and stuff, should we get into the...
Hell yeah.
Get into the next section, which...
I mean, I'm personally looking forward to this.
Yeah, me too, actually. You?
I mean, I am, for 3 of the 4.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay, that's good odds.
One of them I am gonna politely decline. I'm not
politely.
Politely on camera.
That's fair. Right.
So if you explain, I'll grab what we're doing.
So going on from the discussion around food pairings and whatnot, we thought it would be a good idea to try some different food pairings. So recently we actually had a comment under one of our videos.
What's your favourite?
Asking about food pairings, and they mentioned grapes. So that gave us the idea of trying different food pairings whilst on the podcast. So today we have grapes, chocolate, cheese and beef jerky. Now, as Billy said, there's one of the 4 things that he's going to refuse to eat, which is the cheese, which is fine. You know, if we had
what a weirdo.
If we had salmon here, I wouldn't eat it. So
we had
I'd be down.
And he kind of was like, "You've got to try it." So, well, you try fish then. No, well then, I'm not eating cheese.
Yeah, but so today we're going to go through them. I think maybe we'll start off with the grapes because they're like kind of the lightest flavour.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, we had this conversation yesterday, right? And we thought better to kind of go that way.
Exactly. Yeah.
So we'll do it in some sort of order, sort of what we think is the least likely to affect the later ones, if that makes sense. So we'll go. What was it? Grapes. Chocolate. Cheese and beef jerky.
Of course, right. So, if you want to take a grape each.
This feels like some sort of...
Why do I feel like I want you to, like, feed Roman Emperor's catch?
I'll feed you if you want. You have to come over here, though, and sit on my lap.
We can do that.
This podcast is changing up a little bit.
I told you, this gets unhinged. So, do you know what a weird thing with grapes is? I always see them, and I actually really, really like grapes. But I'll never pick one up to eat it.
Yeah. What is so disappointing is you get a bunch of grapes and they don't taste good. You know, like they're not crisp or they're not.
Oh, they're like.
Where are you buying your grapes?
I mean, I don't want to name.
Right. So I guess
it's basically wine, isn't it?
I think that's what we kind of took from the comment, weren't it?
Yeah.
Like grapes and cigars. Like, does that mean?
Is that like a wine? Yeah.
I think we do the cigar sandwich.
Yeah.
As I've seen. So you take a puff of your cigar, blow it out, so you get the taste for just the cigar. Eat the grape. And then go back to the cigar after. Right. And then we'll see what you think changes, what you can pick up and things like that, yeah?
I want to hear some food noises on the mic.
ASMR. It's such a strange feeling. It's like we're all really focusing on the grape, like none of us know what grapes taste like.
Yeah, rolling it around in the mouth.
More of that.
It's a weird texture.
It is a bit odd
Together.
switching, yeah.
It works though.
They're so fresh and sweet grapes, aren't they? So I mean, will it take sort of the earthiness?
I nearly got the red ones, but I thought they were maybe too sweet. See, that's not bad. But would I go out and buy some just for the fact of, just for the opportunity of pairing it? No.
I feel like it doesn't necessarily change the overall flavour of my cigar. I think the cigar is a bit too full of flavour to really appreciate the grape, like the pairing of it. I think it kind of kills the grape.
Yeah, that's how I felt.
that
Like I could texture feel the grape, but I couldn't really taste the grape.
I think the only thing I get is the freshness from the grape. So my palate feels fresher after the next pour on the cigar.
To be fair, in order to freshen your palate, it does say to eat fruit online. So that's true.
Is it citric acid in fruit? Is it citric acid or fructose?
Yeah, because that's why you have like lemon sorbet and stuff,
it's like,
isn't it?
Palate cleanser. Right?
Definitely feels like my palate's been cleansed.
I mean, it doesn't not work.
No.
Yeah,
I just don't think
but
it really necessarily adds anything.
Yeah.
I'm quite surprised though, because the Camacho is quite a salty cigar, so I thought the saltiness and the sweetness of the grape would go really well together. But
See, to be
it
fair,
seems like it disapparates. Disapparates. That's a word, right?
It is now.
Disapparate. It is now. Yeah. Have a lighter, please. Mine's just uneven.
Yeah, it's funny you said about the saltiness of this cigar. So when you said it the first time, I kind of got that towards in like the first third of this. As we've moved into sort of the middle third of the cigar, I'm not really getting much of that saltiness at the minute. Whether that comes back, I don't know, but it's very earthy.
Okay.
And like them deep flavours, you know what I mean? It's kind of got a little bit of a toastiness there as well. So I think, as I say, them flavours and the grape, they just don't marry. They kind of, the grape's overpowered.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. I agree with that.
Yeah?
Yeah, I agree with that.
What do you think? You think
Yeah,
the
same.
sort of thing?
Yeah, it's fresh, like you said, but you can't taste the grape so much.
Yeah. Now, on to my favourite.
I'm sorry. Oh, yes.
Oh no, yeah, you're going to want this
Do you know,
one.
this one's going to be a funny one as well, because salted caramel is quite a pronounced flavour.
Okay, right, here's the thing. I have got a Galaxy chocolate bar. You're more than welcome to have
No,
a piece of that,
honestly,
'cause I
it's
know that
fine.
you
I'm
don't
gonna do the challenge
like-
all the
Some
way
people take
through.
Sacrifices.
Yeah.
We're not getting on to that.
Some of us will do it for the
The thing is, I
cause.
smelt the cheese earlier and I just really...
That's fine. That's fair.
I'm not going to pick them out. I'm going to be nice and let you
thank
grab
you.
them. I know they're in
Thank
wrappers,
you very
but
much.
we know how germs spread and all that stuff.
Hope you
I do
washed your
think
hands
now
earlier.
maybe I do think now maybe I should have gotten just plain chocolate.
Yeah, I think plain chocolate would have been a better indication, but
See, I feel like this is going to go the best with mine
yeah.
because it's sweet. So I kind of want to do it now, but I kind of don't. Like, I want to do it now because I feel like the other ones will take away. But
I feel like with the cigar you've got, the beef jerky and cheese might work. I feel like the beef
Yeah,
jerky is going to be too meaty.
too
for the
much,
cigar.
yeah.
That's right, we'll pick that up in a minute.
Oh, I
Really
just
thick chocolate.
She's just ready to put it in her mouth and miss her mouth completely.
it popped back out. Oh.
Nicotine.
See, I wonder whether this salted caramel will bring the salt back out of this.
It's really thick.
Right, and you're lip slapping down the mic. I was going to say forewarning, but it's not. You've just endured it for like 30 seconds, so.
Actually, they're tasty. Changed my mind, yeah.
Convert.
Yours must not be as melted as mine, because that is not thick.
So much food noise going on right now.
Yeah, we didn't bring this bit through. Oh, they're good. This should be.
They are good. They are actually so good.
Lily O'Brien,
Okay.
done well. Whoever you are. Okay.
I think for me, the chocolate overpowers.
That changes completely.
Really?
because of how strong the chocolate is.
Okay.
It brings out more bitterness in the cigar. I thought maybe it'd bring out more.
See, we said this last time, didn't we? We said this the other day when we had a smoke.
It kind of. Do you drink tea?
I love tea.
Do you have sugar in your tea?
Yeah.
Do you ever have like accidentally eat something sweet before?
And then the tea, you can't even taste the sugar in the tea.
There's nothing. It takes the sweetness out of it.
Okay.
So whatever sweetness was in this and that
Is that
saltiness
gone?
is completely just gone. It's kind of the same sort of thing, but it's now just kind of bitter.
Mm. I feel like I enjoyed that combo. They're both just kind of sweet. Like, it has taken away from the cigar a bit, but the remnants of chocolate still in my mouth is kind of adding to it when it's there. I don't know.
So I think it's made my cigar a bit more bitter now.
Oh, so
Not in a
I
bad
don't
way.
taste.
No.
Yeah, I haven't got any bitterness to mine. It's sweeter, if anything. So
It's really weird. I can't explain that flavour.
I kind of like
You know
that.
what's annoying? The only thing that I can think of what pops into my head is cardboard.
I love chewing on cardboard.
What a weird thing to
I love a tasty piece of
You know what I mean,
cardboard.
though, but what a weird thing to think. But that's
You ever move house and then you just get hungry? So you just,
That's how you get rid of the boxes.
eat
You just
on
eat
the
them
boxes.
over the next week.
it's a bit odd, but
Like the smell of
Yeah, but
cardboard.
is it nice?
The taste is the smell of cardboard. Is that what you mean? Or literal
'cause-
taste?
No, I don't know. I think I'm making cardboard up right now. I don't know.
that's fine. You don't need to know as long as you know if you like it or not.
It's strange. I probably wouldn't pair it going forward.
Okay.
Definitely not with this cigar. And I think if I was to go chocolate going forward as well, I think I'd probably have something more plain. Just because I think it doesn't take as much away. I think with yours.
No, I
'cause you've got
enjoyed.
the
I
creaminess in
enjoyed
the
that.
cigar,
Yeah, that was good.
A very creamy chocolate.
I might have
think-
one at the end. Yeah, that was
We'll
good.
come back up after filming. You just sat there munching the whole box.
You know how like
Petite Royale on tap. Yep.
my favourite thing is when Ritz did the combo with dairy milk and they had their biscuit on the bottom of a dairy milk
Yeah.
chunk. That chef's kiss.
Interesting.
That was that for me. I
Yeah.
enjoyed that.
Bring back a bit of nostalgia.
Yeah, I like that.
Nice.
See,
So-
experiences,
Exactly.
memories.
But isn't it mad how much the flavour of something you
Yeah,
actually
it can
eat
actually
changes
change it.
completely what you're enjoying on the cigar?
Yeah, 100%.
It's mental.
Shall we move on to the next?
No. Yeah. I'll let you take the floor with this because
Go on, take that big old chunk right there.
In the famous words of Gromit, cheese.
Wait.
Oh,
Right, is it Gromit?
That's what I was
Walnuts,
going to
isn't
say.
it? Cheese grommet?
Yeah,
Yeah,
cheese,
yeah,
grommet.
yeah.
Grommet's the dog, I think.
Cheese, Gromit.
See, my
That's the one.
thing with cheese is I know it's not, but it's kind of just mouldy milk, innit? And you wouldn't go to your fridge and drink curdled milk.
I mean,
That's-
I do often.
Just like chunky.
It's called a yogurt.
I think
Still a
that's fair.
yogurt.
It's a
Milk with
very,
bits.
it's a very particular taste. Like you have to. It's either
Yeah, you do
love
love it or
you
hate
hate it, sort of thing.
I feel that's
Although-
another thing with like olives. You have to eat
Yeah.
enough of it to kind of.
To be fair, I'm not. You know
Choose
these
your
people. Thank you. I'm not one of these people that goes to the fridge and takes a chunk of cheese. I would much rather it melted on a
normal.
pizza.
See, but do you want to know what is mad? When I was a kid, I used to eat Red Leicester by the block. I used to
That's
be able
great.
to do
You've
it.
just eaten your lifetime amount
Yeah,
of
I
cheese.
just now can't do it.
Yeah.
But I think it's probably down to like certain experiences. It's like when you go to a restaurant. That's probably where it's figured from. Do you know when you get a cheeseburger from a restaurant and it comes out and it's really cheddar cheese,
Oh yeah, I
Really
don't like that. I like the flaky
strong.
cheese. Yeah.
and then it's like that's just ruined the whole burger. And then you try and scrape it out, but it's all over the bun.
Oh, that was really nice.
You didn't like that. That's why I'm like, if you don't like it and you like cheese,
Yeah, but I didn't realise I got the mature one. I saw light.
It was the lighter mature.
I saw light and I was like, oh yeah, it's not going to be a strong one. But it turns out it just means light and
That
fat.
sounds good.
I mean, I like it because I've eaten it. It's very strong.
Well, yeah. I don't think I've tried beef jerky.
What do you think of the cheese?
I think you'll like it.
Not in general, but what do you think in the pairing?
Take a little sip of this one. Yeah, sorry, I can't really offer my opinion on the cheese pairing.
See, that texture is quite nice together.
Does it work?
Flavour, The texture.
The kind of bittiness of the cheese to the...
It adds the sweetness back. So as we had the grapes, made the cigar a bit more bitter. No, the chocolate, sorry, made it bitter. Now we've had the cheese, it's kind of sweetened it up a little bit.
So what we're getting so far is...
Chocolate is the way forward.
It's kind of bringing out the polar opposite of what you're eating. So you eat something sweet and you get more bitterness.
Pretty much,
You eat something a bit more bitter, or I don't know, how do you explain cheese? Is it bitter or...?
I feel like I'm more florally now, like the sweetness is gone.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah. So yeah, maybe it works like that then. See, I'm the opposite of your opposite. Because my cigar's
sweet.
It was more sweet to me. And the cheese is more...
Yeah, how do you explain cheese?
It's not, I don't know.
just mature.
It's just mature.
It's just
mature.
dense. It's like sick.
Oh, now you mentioned it.
Now you put me off.
That's good. We're moving past cheese.
Right, let's move on, because I don't want to look at our cheese now.
Okay, so
let's try some Beef Berkey.
we've got some Beef Berkey. Can we plug it? Wild West.
I like the way you whispered that.
Beef Silverside, marinated, smoked and cooked. It's gluten free. 29% protein for them gym goers.
Vegan free?
No, not vegan. I'd be very surprised.
That's why it's called Beef Berkey.
Let's switch it around, yeah.
Right, cool.
Well,
let's go for it.
there's a whole like boost packet in it, but it's not actually
Oh,
a
to
boost,
keep it dry, yeah.
They could use boost.
Yeah, they could. They should use
that would
boost.
keep it moist. Oh, yeah, that's what you need, don't
Yeah,
it?
it needs to be moist or it'll dry out.
Right,
Oh, this is a bit tough looking.
Yeah, it's dry, isn't it? It's like
Oh, I got a
dried
big
and
bit.
aged beef.
I got a really big bit.
It's quite a strong flavour.
Right, here we go. Beef Berkey sandwich.
I'm going to end up eating this throughout the rest of the podcast. You're going to pull your teeth out.
Not that old.
If anyone's teeth are going to wear, probably Lewis's. You got plastic teeth.
Oh, we're just spat out. He's going to lose a filling.
See, beef jerky
I'm
strange,
not
isn't
sure about this, you know.
it? You don't like it?
No.
It's like meaty but not meaty.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Chewy as hell.
No.
It's
Not
like
that?
overcooked beef.
No.
You know when you're chewing it around in your mouth for so
It's
long.
kind of got a
I'd much
musty
rather
taste.
eat an olive.
It kind of has that musty taste, right?
Yeah,
It's
it
just been
does.
sat there for too long. But I like it. It kind of tastes like the inside of the packet, to be honest. It's been on the shelf in Tesco.
Tastes like cardboard.
See, that's much more tobacco-y tasting now. Like there's no sweetness at all.
We've had a good range, haven't we? I'll tell you what though, right?
It kind of strips it back.
It's kind of nice though, because that's kind of not spicy, but there's elements of spice, and then the cigar isn't.
It's a bit tingly.
Yeah. Bit
See, do you
tingly.
know what I was going to say? It brings out a slight pepperiness to this.
I will say though, don't like the beef jerky, but as a pairing,
It works.
it works.
I mean,
It's
I like
much
the beef
better.
jerky on its own.
Much better now I've taken a draw.
Go back for seconds then.
Nah.
I feel like if you want to completely change the taste of this, then have the beef jerky, because it's not sweet anymore. But it is still nice.
Yeah.
Like you said,
But you've
peppery.
also got to remember
peppery.
that you are working way towards the end. And
That's
it's quite a
true.
small ring gauge,
Yeah,
so
true.
it does get a bit more bitter.
True.
But no
I'm going
doubt
back
it
for
does have.
seconds. I don't mind this.
Anyway,
I'll have another chocolate if we have in seconds then.
Of course you can.
no, we've
No rules
converted
to
you.
this.
I know, they're freaking delicious.
So I think we should
When
go
you
back
first
to the
put it down, he was
cigar.
like, no, I don't like them.
Well,
Now
right.
she's going back to circles.
See, this is why you try everything.
Oh yeah, maybe I'll go back to the cheese. We got the rest of the block, though.
Right, we should go back to the cigar now because I'm working my way towards the final third.
Are you?
Yeah,
Nice.
slowly, still working it. I think
Just
this
working towards it. We're
is
still in the first word. No.
the Aladino is beautiful. I think it's such a smooth cigar. It's one that you don't need to think about too much. I think the flavour profile, it has some but not too much. It's such an easygoing cigar, and I do think that this would go with maybe, I don't know, maybe a cigar malt. I think the cigar malt, because it's kind of in the middle ground of the peated side of things and the sweeter, like Speyside sort of whiskies. But I think personally, this whiskey may be a little too sweet.
See, I was going to say the same exact thing. I think
it's okay, but a bit too sweet for myself.
In my opinion, I think the cigar blows it out a little bit. I think the cigar, especially now we're getting down to sort of end of the middle third, final third, where the bitterness and everything is kind of ramping up, that heat is ramping up. I think the whiskey doesn't hold up against it. So I think something a little bit more like Isla Scotch or something like that would probably hold up a little bit better towards the final third of this cigar. But to begin with, worked perfectly fine because it's quite mild, mellow to begin with, right? Bit of saltiness, bit of sweetness. Kind of goes hand in hand, but yeah, as that saltiness has kind of died down and the earthiness and the bitterness has come through, it's blowing out a little bit, in my opinion.
Okay.
But, I mean, you can't comment on the pairing too much.
But probably would have gone well with this.
Yeah?
If it's sweet, fruity.
How are you finding the cigar itself? Still enjoying it?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Good.
It's worth saying though that the subscribers won't be receiving the Petite Royales. They will be receiving the Aladino and the Camacho though. Two beautiful cigars.
Yeah.
Such beautiful cigars.
Also, maybe you could try these pairings as well and see what you think. Because obviously, as we always say, taste subjective, palate's different. Our opinion might not match yours, you know? So we'd love to hear kind of thing what you think, and if you're having the same things, what you kind of think changed, what worked, what didn't work, and
what you might recommend instead.
Yeah, exactly. And obviously, if you want us to want us to do any more food pairings in the future, I mean, there's something that
I want in on that one.
We're definitely we'll get Billie back for that one. But yeah, I mean, so far cigar-wise, really good, and it's developing nicely as well.
Yeah, 100%. Should we do the for you, for me, or not for me?
Yeah.
Cool.
Do you want me to start?
Yeah.
Camacho is for me. I mean, as I said at the start of the podcast, I was expecting everything that I've got kind of thing. Enjoyed it every time I've picked one up and had the pleasure to smoke one. So definitely I'd pick up another one. I wouldn't turn my nose up at it. You know, it's really enjoyable. So in my opinion, yeah, for me.
Perfect. What about yourself, Billie?
For me, 100%. I really like that. For only a second one, it's not too strong. It's not overpowering. It's nice and sweet. And that's the perfect size as well, really.
Wonderful. And I think we've got a full house because I'm going to say for me as well.
3 out of 3.
Such a beautiful, beautiful blend from Aladino. Aladino don't miss. They really don't. And it's just, it's such an easygoing one. I think you could give this to someone who is new to smoking, but someone who's been smoking for years too. It's got such a great contrast, and it's just, yeah, it's just beautiful.
Another great selection from us.
100%.
How do you do it?
We do not miss. We do not miss.
You know who do miss? Scotland.
Oh, Croatia too, apparently.
Spain don't right now. And England so far. I mean,
yeah, true.
I could go on a tangent about England, to be perfectly honest. Not filling with too much.
When's the next game?
We play tonight at 5 p.m.
Oh, okay.
England, and then
That's a rush home then.
Yeah, as soon as I finish it, I'm not even going to pick the car, I'm going to run straight home. But Spain then play at 8 o'clock as well, so my sweepstake team is right after the national.
Who are we playing on both? So who's England?
England are playing Denmark at 5 and Spain.
What are the chances, do you think? In your personal opinion?
What, for England? See, this is where it gets sticky because realistically, with the team we have and the talent we have, we should absolutely fly it. The problem is, and I think that everybody would agree who watches and looks at football and looks at the national team, our manager is such a defensive-minded sort of player, manager. The system doesn't suit the players we've got, so our results are ending up being sort of 1-0, or we're losing the games that we have a battle. We're not. It's the same sort of thing across the however many years we're doing it, but. If we played to a system sort of similar to Klopp, my beloved Klopp, or Pep Guardiola or something like that, more attacking minded, play on the front foot, play on the press, we would fly through teams. As I say, we would be favourites to win. I mean, we are, but the way we're playing, I don't think we will, unfortunately. That's the annoying and sort of harsh reality of it.
I guess time will tell, and next podcast episode we can discuss it all.
We can. We'll see where we go.
Yeah.
Hopefully England are in the final, at least.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
But we'll soon see.
Of course they will be. Easy. We got this.
Optimistic, I like it.
I like it.
But realistically, we always
I've always got to bring it down.
yeah, exactly. I said this earlier. I put it down on everything. Realistically, we will probably do something outrageous and bottle it. But here's hoping.
England.
We just started chanting it.
Anyway, on that note, shall we end the podcast?
Yeah, I reckon it's about time.
Wonderful. Well, Billie, thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure.
If you guys did enjoy the episode, please leave a like down below. Let us know what you thought of the episode. And until next time, stay safe and happy earthing. Peace.